My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of The Rehearsal. In this review, we'll have some spoilers, but it's not really a story-heavy show, but still, if you haven't seen it, go and watch it. Then come back and watch my review, because I will be going in depth. Now, I knew nothing about this show. I watched the trailer, and I read the premise, and I'm just like, okay, this is still making no sense to me. All I knew is that it was a Nathan Fielder show who... I haven't seen Nathan For You, but I've seen some clips and they really cracked me up. So I heard great things. I decided to give this show a try. And I have to say, this show is very funny. Now, that said, I'm not as high on this show as everyone else, but I think it's successful at what it sets out to do. I just think Nathan Fielder is the perfect guy to headline this show. Like with anyone else here, it would have completely fallen flat. But his comedic delivery is just so pitch perfect in every single way. He just comes across as so weird and robotic, and even the way he looks at human interactions in such a robotic fashion, it's just hilarious to watch. And the entire premise here is completely absurd. Like I said, it's difficult to describe. I don't know how I would describe this show to anyone else, but it just gets more and more absurd as the show progresses, and it just cracked me up just how far it would go in moments. Like the whole aspect of them having to replace the kid actors every 4 hours due to child labor laws cracked me up so freaking hard. The joke in the beginning where he's getting the one guy to know all the answers to trivia night, and he's just like, 1773, that's the year that this happened. And I thought that was really funny. And when he walks into that guy's house and he looks around the corner, and it's like, Door City over here, and we see that he had to rehearse that time and time again. It's just... There are some people who will watch this show and absolutely hate it, but if you get on its wavelengths, I think you will definitely enjoy it. Like, there's this whole episode where he's trying to convert this kid to Judaism secretly when the mom wants him to be a Christian, and I thought that was hilarious. And then when he's acting out, so the one kid is calling him dad instead of Nathan, so he's trying to get him to call him Nathan, so he's practicing things that he could have done better so this doesn't happen again. But when he realized that working with kid actors just isn't helping, he decides to reenact it with an adult pretending to be a kid. And it's just... He has like this fully grown guy in his arms and he's acting like a kid. And he goes like, yeah, I have to stop this because it made me very uncomfortable that I had a fully grown man living in my house. That was hilarious. It's just so funny and different. But that said, do I think it's great? No, it's by design to be very one note. I watched all 6 episodes pretty close together, and by the time I got to the end, I was just kind of done with it. I still laughed, I still enjoyed it, but it's not really the type of show that I see myself going back to time and time again. And I think that in some ways it would have been better as a 90-minute long movie. But I must also repeat that I will always prefer movies and shows with actual characters and plots and emotions over something like this. I enjoy this show for what it is, but if I had to watch The Rehearsal or The Office, I would choose The Office because not only is it hilarious, but I also care about the characters. There's also some emotion there, and I'll stand by that. It's got romance in it. It's a great show in every single possible way, while this one it's funny and absurd, and that's it. There's no plot, there's no characters, and that's fine, but it's just going to affect my overall opinion on it because it's not one I'm going to revisit a bunch of times. So yes, if you want something weird, if you want something different, if you want something funny, I still definitely recommend it though. It is something else entirely, and there are some moments that did crack me up pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and give The Rehearsal a 6 out of 10. Okay, have you seen The Rehearsal? What did you think about it? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. Stay tuned for some more videos soon, and Gavin out.